What's up, guys? Doing another Joshua Tree update. Today is Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. And I moved my jade trees outside, as you can see, because they get a lot more sunlight out here. You might think it's funny I say that because it's just happens to be right in the shade of my big old Mexican fan palm just at this moment, but that will pass here very shortly. But this is a really good time to film because my camera won't get overwhelmed with glare. If you can see right here, so this is my best doing Joshua Tree right here. If you can see right down at the bottom here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right at the bottom there, tiny little second sprout coming out of this one. Not sprout, I'm sorry, a second leaf coming out of this. These other ones have yet to sprout a second leaf. And so this one's in the lead still. This has been my best performing Joshua Tree in the pot. And I would say that this little guy right here, unfortunately, is my worst performing one. As you can see, it's got a pretty severe lean, about 45-degree angle. And I don't know, it's also got some like white spots on it or something, who knows. Could be salvageable, but it seems to be propping itself up on the side of my pot here. And if the pot wasn't there to prop it up, I wonder how much further over it would be leaning right now. Not gonna give up on it, just gonna keep it as is. See if it stays green, see if it stays, you know, erect, as it were. Again, this guy over here is by far doing the best out of all of them. So they're all taller than the actual top of the pot, as you can see, so that's good. I would say this one right here is probably about 2.5 inches, and then these are just slightly smaller. This one probably the same size as these two over here. But again, not looking too terrific because of the lean. I have watered them since. I watered them a couple days ago, but I did it very sparingly. I didn't even spray, or excuse me, I didn't even pour water in the pot. I sprayed it with a spray bottle. Hit the leads pretty good, soaked the top of the soil, and I did it at night so that the sun wouldn't beat down on it immediately afterward. I'm so worried about these guys because they're very sensitive. They're like little emo plants, if you were. They're beta males, if you will. They're very sensitive. Sensitive little bitches, basically. But I'm noticing right here, and again, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like little white dots on the side of this one as well. But this is my best best performing plants. It's got little white spots on it, the same as this one does. These other two don't seem to have that. But anyway, it's still very early yet, and I'm very excited that I got 4 of them to sprout, and that's it for now. So hopefully we're going to start seeing some more leaves coming out of that one. That's just another good sign of health. And for anybody out there trying to grow these things or just interested in the care for them, you want to err on the side of not watering them enough. So you can go 2 weeks without giving them any water at all, because that's what they're used to. They're used to dry environments. You know, I mean, look at where they grow. They grow in the Mojave Desert, right? I mean, it takes water to get the seeds to germinate. It takes water and warmth, and of course some soil coverage to get them to germinate. But after that, you really have to kind of leave them alone for a while and just see what they do. What they say about succulents, which these are a form of succulent, you don't water them until you feel guilty about not watering them. And depending on how conscientious you are and how much of a type A personality you are, I'm a type A personality for sure, and so I tend to overwater, which kills them very quickly, as you can find out through watching my Joshua Tree failure series on this YouTube channel. But these plants are almost good for a type B personality. You almost have to treat them like cactuses, like especially when they grow up bigger. you know, you can water them once a month if you really want to. You just water these suckers 12 times a year. And when they're bigger, they can handle a lot more water. Like they can handle more stuff, right? So, you know, it's a lot harder to overwater them. At this point in their lives, it's very easy to overwater them. So you definitely want to err on the side of not watering them. And you just watch them, right? Like if you're feeling guilty, like, oh man, I haven't watered these things in 2 or 3 weeks, you don't have to come out and water them. Just look at your plants. Just look at them and see how they're behaving, right? Are they turning brown? Are they starting to curl at the top? You know, that would indicate that they need a drink. You know, don't just water them just because you feel like you need to water them. Look at them and watch them. And that's my advice to you after failing several times. All right, peace out.